Hello and welcome to Cutters of the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben and this week I'm hanging out with Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
Today we're going to talk about the legend of the Bell Witch, America's first ever recorded haunting.
Right, it's a ghost story.
Yes, it is.
Fantastic.
Yes, indeed.
Can I give you my verdict now? I'm only joking.
It's quite a famous one.
It's probably America's most famous, to be
They
fair.
made a film, didn't they, recently?
Yeah,
Oh,
Blair Witch is based off this as
Oh,
well.
is it?
In the Bell Witch legend, loosely, anyway.
I didn't do
It's
any
American
research. I was hoping, sorry, mate, to me it sounded, I was hoping it was some sort of super weapon I hadn't heard of. It's a fucking witch.
Who's calling a fucking super weapon
I
the Bell
don't-
Witch?
I don't know.
That's the worst name ever.
I didn't think it was a witch who lives in a bell. I didn't think it was...
There wasn't a witch that lived in a bell.
Oh, well. I will give it my full. I'm open-minded, as always.
Have you ever seen the film An American Haunting? I think
No.
it's called that, isn't it?
I think you might be right, yeah.
I don't do horror. I've seen Blair Witch, though. I saw that at the cinema. So there you go.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, see, it's American. And there's a potential ghost murder.
Wow.
Oh.
It goes on for several years, this. It's not sort of like a flash in the pan thing. It
So-
evolves. If... Disclaimer, right?
Several years of deranged liars.
No. This became a popular account about 75 years after the event-ish.
Okay.
It certainly came out after the event. I don't know. Either way, it's like the Bible. It's a first-hand account from a lot of time later.
Right. Okay.
So it is one of the most debated, famous, and allegedly most documented ghost stories in American history, and their first recorded. Do you know what the oldest recorded ghost story is?
Jesus.
No. It's ancient Greek. I forget who wrote
Oh.
it. It's very short. It's the first haunting story
Say
ever.
boo.
No. Basically, this writer who's struggling a lot of times needs to find a house. There's this massive mansion that's available for really cheap that he can afford. But he's like, well, why is the rent so cheap? And like, well, it's haunted. He's like, yeah, pish posh.
Wow.
In Greek.
Fish posh in Greek. A fish, a posh. That's Italian.
Yeah.
So.
Goes in, he's there writing away on his works, and he hears this moaning and the rattling of shackles. And he thinks, oh no, this is a sex dungeon at night, but it isn't. He turns around and there's a ghost. This old man in shackles, and he's like moaning and gesturing for him to go outside. And he's like, yeah, hang on, in a minute, I'm working it. He says this is how he writes it. He's like, yeah, honestly, hang on. He shushes the ghost. And then when he's finished the sentence, when he's finished what he's writing, the sentence he's writing, he then goes, and the ghost sort of gestures for him to go outside. He goes out. The spirit points to a spot on the ground, which he marks. He goes to sleep. He goes to sleep. He's completely uninterrupted night. He gets some people around the next day, and they dig it up, and there's a skeleton there in shackles. They give it a full burial, religious rites, etc., etc. And then it's haunted, and he gets to live in this nice house for free. Well, very cheap anyway.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the oldest ghost story.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Ghostbusters 2.
It's not. It's not as much as one, in all fairness. Still, this one lingers.
Just like your fucking
They more than linger, they actively assault you.
I have very tactically aggressive flatulence.
Yeah, that you release in front of us like a fucking heathen. Don't get me started. Please continue. It's ungentlemanly, it's un-British, it's ungodly.
I think it's incredibly working class, guys, and I'm a working class hero.
It's filth.
What do you want me to do?
Hold it in. Leave the room. Do it away from us. And shouldn't have to talk to you like you're 6.
We never practiced that at home. We never practiced that rule at home.
Only kid, can't you?
Jesus.
Okay, well, this isn't just another.
Leave that in, Mike.
I think you were sharing Karen. The Bell Witch is not just another creaky floorboard tale. This went on from 1817 to 1821, with echoes of it later on. It's an invisible, talking, shape-shifting entity that tormented the John Bell family on their prosperous farm along the Red River in what is now Adams, Robertson County, Tennessee. This ghost slapped faces, it quoted scripture word for word, it sang hymns, It gossiped about neighbours. It was effectively omnipresent. It predicted events. It physically assaulted people. And it took credit for killing the family patriarch, John Bell Sr. Hundreds of witnesses supposedly came from miles around. Future President Andrew Jackson allegedly showed up with a witch tamer.
And
He had silver bullets.
He did, yeah.
Big Trump's a weirdo. This cunt thinks he's Egon Spengler with a fucking gun.
No.
This is Van Helsing.
No,
Van Helsing,
Andrew Jackson didn't have the silver bullets,
right?
but his witch tamer, this dude who made a career out of basically being an 1800s Ghostbuster. He's turning up with all the accoutrement. He's got the holy water. He's got the silver bullets in his gun.
Charlatan. The witch tamer. It would have been better if that was his name. He had some beastly gun.
Yeah, that would be better. They call this the witch tamer.
He's doing
blunderbuss.
Yeah, it's a blunderbuss loaded with silver fucking rings or something.
He's doing president stuff in the Oval Office. Gets a call. There's a fucking bad witch. Fucking shit going down in Shitsville, wherever it is.
Shitsville, Tennessee.
He's like, bring me the witch tamer.
Oh, it should be hung on the wall, shouldn't it?
And he goes and does it himself personally. Not in my country.
He looks. It's hanging up over the fireplace, and he looks up to it and says, "One more time, old girl.
God
One more
bless
time,
America."
Yeah. It's a pump action blunderbuss.
So he gets there, and there's an innocent woman that they think's a witch who they chuck in the river and she drowns. And he's like, "Oh, not a witch, get it out, I'll shoot the corpse just in case. I mean, I got the witch tamer down. Don't waste it."
Yeah.
Yeah. But better make sure.
Better safe than sorry, innit, in this situation. Might be a witch.
Bang. Well, the president turned up. They really did believe anything back then.
Future president.
Oh,
he wasn't president at this point.
I was going to say, didn't he have better fucking things to do?
No, he was a Revolutionary War war hero at this point.
Oh.
He wasn't president. And he got the scare of his life. The spirit even promised to return in 1935 to visit John Bell's direct descendant. Well, that depends on whether you want to believe him or not for that. It's not well documented.
All of this depends on whether you believe any of it.
It's a good point.
It is a good point. To this day, the Bell Witch Cave, which was a cave on the property that John Bell owned, draws ghost hunters who swear the entity never left. But here's a twist we'll explore at the end. The entire detailed account rests on one 1894 book by a newspaper editor who claimed to quote a lost family manuscript.
This is like fucking Mormonism.
It's like the Bible, isn't it?
I found an old family manuscript.
Now, there are no contemporary newspapers or official records in the actual years of the haunting, but I'm going to guess that newspapers weren't a thing in rural Tennessee in 1817.
We didn't print the babblings of local fucking lunatics.
I think we're still there was a newspaper in rural Tennessee in 1817.
Well, I don't know.
There would have been.
They weren't savages.
In towns, but not outside in the fucking
Well, no, obviously
farmland.
not. But it's going to circulate there eventually, innit? It might take a few weeks.
Yeah.
But then again,
Delivered by
apparently,
pigeon.
apparently hundreds of people came to visit this farm, and John Bell would allegedly put them up. There was tents. He gave them food. He never took a penny in return because he didn't want to appear like he was selling the story. But he wanted people to come and say, "Look, this is fucking real. This is happening."
Right, and they all. So he had a mate. I didn't. He was like, "I am a spirit of this place." Or was it a lady spirit?
I'm assuming it's a lady because
A lady. A lady's here full of lady spirit things. He's like, "I'm a lady. Is that your friend Dave?" No. No, it's a witch.
Who can say?
Sounds like Dave doing a voice. It's not Dave.
Well, whoever it is a very talented voice artist. Later on, 4 distinct characters appear. The act evolves.
Do you think he was a talented ventriloquist? And ventriloquism was a new wonder science, and he bamboozled these people's minds.
Maybe. Who can say? it could be the most authenticated American haunting or an elaborate 19th century tall tale.
The most authentic. How can it be the most authenticated
Well,
American?
but
It's based on a family manuscript.
Oh,
Where did he find it?
But still, people think the Bible's fucking real. It was written 70 years after Jesus died.
Well,
It's written as a first-hand account with direct quotes that no one was there for.
Well, same as this.
Exactly.
I don't see why you every opportunity to bash the wonder of Christianity.
Because it's all shite.
Sorry, Jesus.
All of it.
And
Every single one of them.
sorry, Jesus and the Jews. Shalom. Go on then.
All right, so rural Tennessee, early 1800s. The area around the Red River is a rich bottomland, perfect for tobacco, corn. A rich bottomland. Well, it's perfect for tobacco and corn and a hard-working farmer to build a life. In around 1804, John Bell Sr., born 1750 in North Carolina, a veteran of the Revolutionary War era, and a Baptist church elder, moves his wife Lucy Williams Bell and their growing family. He married Lucy when she was 12, and he was like, I think he might have been like a lot older.
I think it's Tennessee.
Different times, I suppose, wasn't it?
Oh, look at Elvis.
So they moved to North Carolina to 320 acres, which was later expanded on the Red River. He's a stern but successful man. He's a slave owner, a land dealer, a community pillar. Lucy's described as the most perfect woman who ever walked the earth, kind, deeply religious, and beloved by everybody. Fucking hell.
Wow.
They actually had, I think they had about 7 kids and like 5 fucking lived, which is pretty good for that time.
5 out of 7 ain't bad.
For that time, it's actually really good. You know, Jesse, John Jr., I'm going to call him Drew. I'm not saying Drury all the time. Benjamin and daughters Esther and Elizabeth, or Betsy. She's the youngest and the central victim. Later, Richard Williams Bell, the alleged author of the key manuscript.
Dick Bell.
Dick Bell.
Dickie Bell.
That's like a 70s darts player.
Oh,
Up next to the hockey, Dickie Bell, and then he becomes an announcer as he's retired, doesn't he?
Jockey Wilson versus
Dickie Bell. Who can forget that humdinger? Pissed as fuck by the end.
And his nickname, they'll call him Sticky Dickie Bell.
Oh.
Tricky Dicky.
Tricky Dickie
Bell.
Tricky Dickie Bell.
Yeah. We need to write a movie about the 70s darts scene in this country about a fictional darts player called Dick Bell.
No, because he's going to end up being a nonce, isn't he?
No.
If he was a 70s darts
We're writing
player.
it, we don't have to.
We're the ones writing it, we
Well,
don't have
to
to
be
do that.
realistic, he's a 70s darts player called Dickie Bell, who's now a fucking fading TV presenter. He definitely diddled kids at the BBC.
Darts is on the way back up, mate. He's back in. He's a legend of the sport
Yeah,
now.
but then his past's going to come back to haunt him and he's going to lose his cushy Sky Sports gig. There's going to be footage of him.
I tell you what, why don't we do it as he's not a paedophile, but there were some sexual allegations against him, which he then goes through hell to clear his name.
A bit like
And then
what
he
you do to Sir Cliff.
Yeah, he didn't clear his name for me.
Court of law.
Well,
Who do you think you are?
no smoke, little fire.
Sir.
I'm just saying. He goes through, he fights like hell, he clears his name, and then he returns to the hockey one last time.
Yeah, but people will still be chanting.
No, he's cleared his. I know he's not. He's not a nonce in this scenario. He's just had some sexual allegations made against him.
But then, even, you know, if you clear your name, it doesn't matter. You know, mud sticks. There's no coming back from that.
Yeah, right. Well,
Why have we created this character?
Because it's from the 70s. He's a celebrity from the 70s, Mike.
couldn't we just write it as a heartwarming underdog
No,
story?
yes, but he has to be from the 80s. The 70s, it was
All right.
peak pedo.
From the 80s, he becomes an alcoholic.
Yeah, but fights it.
Yeah.
Stunning comeback.
Comes back.
Or does he train the hot young
Hot new prospect.
That could be part 2.
Part 2, Dick Bell 2.
Dick Bell 2, Judgment.
Dig Bell 2, The Art of Darks.
Oh dear.
Dick Bell 2, Electric Boogaloo.
We're set in the 80s, so I mean, yeah, baby. Yeah. Anyway, Dick Bell. We're moving on from Dick Bell.
It wasn't
John-
a Nancy darts player from the 70s. He was from Tennessee.
He doesn't have to be. We can make him whatever he wants.
Oh God. I think you two should write it.
John Bell is a slave owner. Read into that what you will with our current zeitgeist. So the first signs are in 1817. You get strange animals and noises. Strange animals. They're seeing cryptids.
Go on, what they seeing?
Papa, what you doing to that goat? It ain't me, it's the witch.
They're not fucking strange animals. They're seeing strange animals.
Oh. I just wondering why it was making that weird noise. Because old Dickie Bell was up to his usual tricks.
I should know he's a beastophiliac.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Is that better or worse than a 70s noise? Probably equally as bad.
Yeah, I don't think any of it's good.
So they're seeing strange animals. No, like strange animals, like a three-legged goose or like a...
No,
like just...
Was it a creature had like a rabbit's head?
A dog's body, rabbit head,
That is weird.
which he shoots at, and nothing happens. He fires both barrels of his shotgun. Nothing happens. The dog just runs off. And they also see a weird, like, bird that no one's ever seen before in the area. And they've been living there a long time. I guess they're familiar with the wildlife at this point. But it's a weird ass bird.
Imagine a rabbit the size of a dog. That'd be ace.
I think you can get them, can't you?
I mean, like a Labrador.
You can get big rabbits.
You can get some fucking big rabbits.
But are they like...
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, like holding it in both hands, like it.
I mean, like, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe not that. I'm thinking like St. Bernard.
Oh no,
Maybe
no.
not that big.
No.
But imagine that would be quite cool.
Small Labrador,
Although
possibly.
it could probably absolutely murder you if it was that size, couldn't it? Imagine
Yeah.
how powerful its back legs would
Yeah.
be.
Have it jumped at you? Fucking hell.
Could like rip your stomach open. And its front teeth would be as big as my forearm. No, it's a terrible idea.
Right, we're not going to do that.
No.
Mike, put the genetic engineering equipment away. We're not doing that one. Tiny mammoths.
Yeah, that'd be more fun. Mini elephants.
Yeah.
You can get them as well.
Look like that big.
Tiny ones, yeah.
I think that might be an internet scam, Mike. Don't send your money out.
Was it sent you by the Prince of Nigeria?
I've heard about
I've seen
people
it in a
buying
nature
mini pigs.
documentary, I'm
They
sure.
think it's a mini pig, but it's not. It's just a fucking baby pig.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, they've got a massive pig in the living room.
Quite like a pig, though.
They're all
Micro
right.
pig.
I wouldn't fancy cleaning up after it, admittedly.
Nah, micro pig might be all right. Don't know what the cat would think now.
I don't know if that would work.
They would just get up high to get away from it.
Yeah.
Look down upon it,
Sneer.
sneer at it. Filthy animal.
Yeah.
Look at you, so desperate, running around, squealing.
Mm.
Look at me, I'm just cool.
Don't communicate in the divine tongue.
No, I'm just a silent murder machine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, well, they didn't see, so they saw dogs with rabbit heads. That's
Yeah.
weird.
You can get dwarf elephants.
But they're still quite large, though.
They're pretty small.
How small
Compared
is...
to, like, what other sort of animal?
Well, compared to a normal elephant.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's still, you wouldn't want that in here, though, Mo. That's still...
No, that's still quite big, isn't it? That's...
It's definitely...
It's only a
smaller
metre
than
high.
normal.
It's still a
Think
metre,
how-
mate. I
think
mean,
how
that's...
big a-
Look,
I know,
there's a
but,
metre on that.
but think how big the elephant is.
It's a metre
Now,
high,
imagine
Mike.
that
That's-
little one in here.
Well, it's a bit less than a metre high.
It would destroy everything.
Yeah.
That'd be an adult.
It's not having the zoomies in here, is it? Let's face it.
Yeah.
You'd have to buy a new sofa every week.
And if that jumped up on your lap, you might die.
No, I'm not going to have a dwarf elephant in the flat. I'm just saying.
You didn't
They
even
can be
measure it.
quite cute and petite
Yeah.
for elephants.
Did it gorge you by accident?
Charges you and crushes you against the wall over and over.
Rolls over in its sleep and crushes your bed. Well, the same evening that he sees the dog rabbit, The family hears beating and thumping on the outside walls of the log cabin. So everyone rushes out, lanterns and guns, there's nothing around. And this happens every night, louder, stronger. At one point he thinks there's earthquakes, everything's banging that bad, but realises that none of the neighbours are having the same issue.
Poltergeist.
Then the children start waking up screaming that rats are gnawing on the bedposts of their beds.
But that could be legit.
Yeah.
It was 18 something.
Yeah, they're in a log cabin in the middle of lots of fields. That could be, lots of rats. But then again, the parents are coming in and no one's seeing any rats.
They're not real kids. They're ghosts. I don't know, Dad.
Sure about the rats.
Yeah.
Get my belt.
Oh no.
Could be the kids gnawing the bedpost, couldn't it?
Oh yeah, man.
They're that hungry.
Yeah.
The feral kid that they keep in the basement.
Yeah.
Then they hear invisible dogs fighting, chains dragging across the floor. But when candles are lit, silence. When darkness returns, the racket resumes.
Weird.
Betsy, who's about 12 at the time, is hit the hardest in the beginning. Something yanking the covers off her bed, slapping her around the face, pulling her hair, leaving red handprints on her. This ghost like proper fucking slaps her about. She's like flying.
Is he just a psycho?
Yeah.
This quote unquote ghost. When she gets hit, she's flying across the room and she's got a mark on her face, allegedly.
I think Dickie might be beating his kids.
Now Dickie's John Bell's son. He's not the
Oh.
ghost.
Oh.
The ghost gets a
No.
name later on.
Yeah,
What? The ghost, the Bell Witch. The Bell Witch is the name.
I think he's beating his kids. I
Yeah.
don't think he's a ghost.
That's what we're hinting at.
Are you suggesting that?
I think he's going in the room at night and beating the shit out of his daughter. Because he's just
You've been
drunk
doing the
psycho.
fucking bedpost again.
Yeah, he's...
Slapping-
Bedposts don't just grow on trees, you know.
Well, John Bell himself develops a strange affliction. His tongue swells and stiffens as if a stick is jammed against the roof of his mouth. He can't eat or speak for hours at a time.
Cunnilingus.
What do you think he's doing that to him? Do you think he's straining his tongue? Do you think he's become impotent and this is the only way he can please his young wife sexually?
I just hope it wasn't like...
Oh, what do you think it could have been?
I think we've already uncovered the real monster in this story.
Well, you know what? You've stumbled onto something there that I will explain in part 2 or at the end of the story. But yes, remember he did marry his wife when she was 12 and Betsy is now 12 and his wife is a lot older.
Fuck. You've uncovered something dark here.
You may well have. But remember, apparently all this stuff about sheets flying off, noises, the voices that come in later is all a part of this, which is the other end of that dark path, which we'll get to at some point at the end. So the family tries to keep it a secret at first, and they search the house from top to bottom, they set traps, but nothing works. And then finally, after months of torment, John Bell finally confides in his closest friend and neighbour, James Johnston, a farmer who spends a night at the house. The family gathers for prayer, but the moment they say amen, the racket explodes, chairs overturn, covers fly, slaps ring out. Johnston jumps up and shouts, "In the name of the Lord, who are you and what do you want?" Faint whispering voice like an old woman answers, "I am a spirit. I was once very happy, but I've been disturbed." The voice grows stronger. It repeats Johnston's prayer verbatim. It sings hymns beautifully. It quotes Bible verses, chapter and verse correctly. It even repeats 2 different sermons allegedly being preached simultaneously 13 miles
They're
apart.
sitting there listening to the
Sunday.
fucking sermons.
On the same Sunday, word for word.
They're using it like a radio.
Yes. This thing is apparently omnipresent. It comes back with gossip from around the village.
How in 18 whatever
Around the
could you
towns.
confirm what the spirit said was the same as what they said over there.
This is a sticking point for me as well.
They wouldn't have a tape recorder, did they?
No, I guess you'd have to rely on people who travelled in, maybe.
Oh, shit.
You're saying that is what is reported?
In the manuscript.
The
My filthy confessions. I tried to cover up my horrific abuse.
My Dickie Bell.
He can't make him a fucking child abuser. He's gonna have a redemption arc.
I don't think
It
there's any
won't,
redeeming.
it won't sell.
Forward by Jimmy Savile.
Oh,
Someone travelled
the
into
ghost of
past.
Jimmy Savile. Yeah, we contacted Jimmy Savile on a Ouija board and asked him to write the foreword for us.
Jingle, jangle.
Oh, fucking hell.
So was this bloke a schizo and he was doing all the dog noises?
Who can say?
Trying to drive everyone in the house mental.
Who can say?
And then bumming them. And slapping them about.
He's doing it in a singing hymns beautifully in a woman's voice.
He's throwing his voice. He's got a menagerie of people locked up under the floor.
She's a fritzel.
He just keeps getting worse, this Dickie fucking Bell.
It's not Dickie, it's John Bell is the
sorry.
father, Dickie Bell is the son.
Sorry, John.
Don't slander Dickie.
Sorry, Dickie. John Bell. Fuck me, Johnny. Johnny Bell.
Well, the family names it Kate after it claims, quote the spirit, I am old Kate Bats's witch. Kate Bats's was a real eccentric neighbour, also a land and slave owner, which she had a dispute with years later. Years earlier, and she kind of like did a curse on him, allegedly.
He cheated her out of some money.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a revenge plot, isn't it?
It's one, yeah. She denies any involvement. Obviously, the name stuck. The spirit is invisible but omnipresent and can be in multiple places at once. It knows every secret in the neighbourhood, affairs, thefts, scandals, and it happily broadcasts them. It travels instantly. One night, it was describing events happening in North Carolina while John Bell is there on business. And it has a wicked sense of humour and a cool streak. It just like bitches at people. Calls them names, gives them nicknames. James Johnson, the neighbour, it calls Old Sugarmouth because it loves how he prays. Old Sugarmouth.
Yeah.
Calls John Bell Old Jack, which isn't Old Jack, a bit of a nickname for Satan.
Old Nick.
Old Nick, innit? Shit, yeah. I'm thinking of Spring-Heeled Jack.
Jack is a nickname for John.
Yeah.
Don't know what.
I'm thinking of Spring-Heeled Jack.
Yeah.
You know, so favourite targets are clear, John Bell and Betsy, so every night becomes a nightmare. Betsy's hair is pulled so hard she screams, pins are stuck into her arms and legs, her shoes are unlaced and yanked off, combs snatched from her hair and thrown across the room, and the entity prevents her from sleeping, eating or even sitting still. And especially hates her budding romance with a neighbourhood boy, Joshua Gardner, who's 18 while she is 12. That's a bit more age appropriate back then, I guess.
Rampant noncery.
Yeah, I guess. But her other suitor was a school teacher who was 33.
Fucking hell. Well, that's not right, is it?
No.
Even 18's dodgy, but fuck me.
Dear.
That's. Yeah.
Well, it's
Not
at least
good.
her worries with what her dad's doing to her at night.
Yeah,
Could well be.
allegedly.
I don't think it's alleged.
Don't think he's going to sue us now.
I'm just like, everything's alleged about this story.
Oh,
So the witch throws furniture, it spills milk, it throws sugar around, it laughs maniacally, pinches and slaps. It's a lot of poltergeist activity, allegedly.
Sounds awful.
I'm sure it was if you were living through it.
If that was real,
if it really happened, yeah.
if that was real, it would be unbearable, wouldn't it?
Weirdly though, it spares Lucy Bell almost entirely and calls her Old Luce affectionately. When she was ill once,
Old Luce.
Old Luce, when Old
Lucifer.
Old Lucifer.
Lucifer.
Literally, it really likes her. She's really ill once, and the neighbours bring obviously gifts of food, and and this witch voice bollocks them for not bringing them her favourite foods, which are like hazelnuts and grapes, and then magically apports some into the room for her.
Wouldn't you just burn the house down and build another one somewhere else?
Yeah.
Why would you put up with this if this was real?
Well, because it takes a lot, doesn't it, to build a house in them days?
I'd just go to sleep on the street somewhere.
Well, they're on a farm, remember? This is out in the middle of nowhere.
I'd walk until my legs fell off. I don't know, I'd just...
He actually followed them about.
Oh.
If Betsy left, she would, the house would go quiet.
Or I'd kill Betsy then. No. Just wait for her to fall asleep. Get my old Smith & Wesson. Barrel to the temple. Sorry, love, but this fucking voice is doing my head in.
What if he doesn't go away then, though?
To my own temple.
Right.
Bang. I'd have probably done that as soon as it started slapping me about, to be honest, and singing God songs. I thought, oh, where's the gun?
Is John Bell? I'll be like, well, I've got this tongue disease going on now as well.
Oh, God, where's the fucking gun? Give me your gun as well. I'm going to go from both sides, just in case. That's how a man would do it. 2 revolvers, one at each end. So the bullets meet in the middle and then bounce out the top of your head.
Oh, I like it. So his neighbours start to pour in to look at this phenomena. John Bell doesn't charge them. He gives them food. He provides tents for them to sleep in. And the witch loves the audience. Apparently it shakes hands. Some feel a soft lady's hands while others refuse. It debates theologies with preachers and wins. It drinks whiskey at local stills. A smell fills the room and then returns to sing hymns and songs while drunk.
Doesn't sound too bad, actually, does it?
Fascinating. I felt it. It shook my hand. Oh, yeah, me too. I felt it. Oh, no, I felt it first. It shook my hand as soon as I got here.
It was debating theology with preachers. Speaking Latin sometimes. Yeah, you're just looking at me like you gone out.
I'm just waiting. Let's hear more of this story. You might as well be reading me fucking chapter from Harry Potter.
I am reporting to you an incredibly well documented.
It's one twat's book that he says he found. Do we even know if any of these people were real?
Yeah, I think so. Certainly reported as much. It's got to be some kind of There's got to be some kind of census for this time.
I know, yeah. Has anyone checked?
And they must have, otherwise a tale wouldn't have gone on.
So the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, but now we have censuses and records, whereas we don't know who Matthew, Mark, Luke and John were. No one knows.
But it wouldn't have survived if it wasn't true, you just said.
Well, no, I didn't say that as such.
You
But you know what? This is bollocks then. This is just like the Bible, it's all
You
bullshit.
got yourself into a logic hole.
I did, but no, I'm back. I'm out the hole. I'm out the hole. I've never said this was true. I'm merely reporting. So, word reaches Nashville, where Major General Andrew Jackson, the hero of New Orleans and future president, decides to investigate. This comes straight from Ingram's 1894 account. Jackson is dead at this point, I believe. It must be, it's after the Civil War. And is the most hotly debated part. Now, he arrives in an entourage. A few carriages, witch tamer.
Yeah. Couple of hooers, probably.
Who can say? So, and the horses and the wagons stop dead in the road. The horses strain, the wheels will not budge. And Jackson curses, by the eternal boys, that must be the Bell Witch. A clear female voice rings out from thin air. All right, General, the wagon can move on. I'll see you again tonight. Well, when they reach the house, obviously Jackson sat around the fire telling war stories because, you know, he's a major general after all.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? And one of the men both sees a witch tamer with his silver bullet in his gun.
How's he going to shoot an invisible voice? It's the most American thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's invisible. What are you going to do? Shoot the shit out of you.
Yeah. I just love the fact he's got a silver bullet.
He just bang, bang.
I'll get you soon.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't need to do anything.
Well,
Read on.
Yeah, well, the moment he says it, he screams, jerks, and he's just being beaten and stabbed with pins. Is kicked across the room by an invisible foot. He's also dragged around by his nostrils on his tiptoes, apparently.
wow.
Until he admits that he's a bit of a bitch, after all.
Wow.
Terrified, the men beg to leave. After the witch announces there's another fraud in the party and will expose him. Although Jackson insists on staying, they sleep in tents, and the next morning the entire group is seen racing towards Springfield, the nearest town, Jackson included. Legend says he later remarked he'd rather fight the British again than tangle with the Bell Witch.
Any documented evidence of him saying this?
No, this is the hotly debated part.
Right.
You know, where this comes from Ingram's account, and
It's hotly debated because there's zero evidence of it.
yeah, that might be absolutely true.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Just, investigating.
Of course.
I'm a broadcast journalist, as you know.
Obviously, skeptics obviously know, Jackson's diaries or letters from the time mention this, but if he did run off, then he's probably not going to admit that.
They don't mention this, yeah.
Yeah, they don't mention it, but if he did run off, he wouldn't be bragging about it. He wouldn't go, fled from the Bell Farm.
Absolutely shat myself.
Yeah. So, John Bell's health starts to decline steadily. His face twitches uncontrollably and the tongue affliction returns worse than ever, and the witch mocks him constantly, saying that she'll torment old Jack to his grave and I'll kill him before I leave. By the autumn of 1820 he is bedridden, and on December 19th the family finds him in a deep stupor. Beside the bed, or in a cupboard next to it, accounts vary, is a mysterious smoky vial of dark liquid no one can recognise. They call the doctor, he can't do anything. The doctor says, well, I'm not really sure about this. Gives a drop of the liquid to the family cat, which then jumps into the air, convulses and dies instantly.
Bastards.
The doctor then says, well, nothing I can do here, where's my money, and leaves.
After he killed the
Yeah,
cat.
what a
Yeah.
cunt.
What a cunt.
Still wants paying.
Hope he falls down the stairs.
The witch's voice crows triumphantly, I gave old Jack a big dose of that last night while he was asleep, which fixed him. Spirit homicide.
Oh.
What are you looking at me like that for? The listener can't see you looking at me like that.
What do you want from me? None of this happens. No. Ghosts don't grab people round the nose like they're a heel in wrestling. Like, walk them round the room and kick people about. Why haven't we've had cameras, why isn't this happening now? Why has no one ever filmed?
Well, that's why has no one ever filmed poltergeist activity, or people claim to have filmed poltergeist activity. You can find
It's
lots
always
of
strings.
You can find lots of Instagram reels documenting it.
Yeah, it's always fake though, isn't it? And you can't. Nothing's real anymore now with AI.
Oh, that's it, isn't it?
We've gone past the event horizon now. You literally have to question every single video you ever look at.
Apparently, there's
Great.
fewer ghost sightings now. Ghosts are dying out, apparently.
Oh.
People are tired of the bollocks.
Not much loss, is it?
I won't mourn them. That's some ghost stories. To be perfectly honest.
No, ghost stories aren't just ghost sightings.
Bollocks.
Oh, John Bell dies the next day on December 20th, 1820. Hundreds attend, 3 preachers speak, and as mourners leave the graveyard, The witch bursts into a song, a roadie drinking tune, roaming up some
Inappropriate.
randy-o. The entity seems satisfied in its fury against the family ebbs.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. Well, a disembodied voice. It's mad it's never happened again. We've never had a disembodied voice just floating around,
Well, that depends on
singing and...
which ghost stories you want to take as
I
supporting
reiterate,
evidence.
we've
I
never
suppose. You could go to Amityville, I guess. There's voices there. Get out, all that. Disembodied voices and spirits. I mean, who can say? I mean, there's lots of sightings that report that kind of thing. Spirit boxes, EVPs. Take them into consideration.
I will not.
I am playing devil's
Clutching at
advocate a little bit
straws, you
here.
mean.
I'm playing devil's advocate because I don't believe in ghosts.
No.
But I'm just saying, it's
Yeah, fair play to the people that do. Mental patients.
I don't go for this spirit box crap.
Ghostbusters, ghost hunters. I mean, I love Ghostbusters, the fictional ones, obviously. But real life ghost hunters, nah, don't be around those people.
It's
You know the type.
yeah. I'd love to go on. I would like to go on one of the proper nerdy amateur ones.
Just go for a walk, because there's no ghost hunting involved.
No, that's what I mean.
Because they're not real.
It would be. I don't know. It would be interesting.
You're just waving shit around in the air.
Come on, Ben. We've all seen them fucking.
I know the most haunted,
Yeah.
and that's bollocks.
You're just measuring magnetic waves in the air.
Sitting in the dark, waiting to hear noises. I mean,
Yeah. And let's face it, I'd be drinking.
They're all sat there quiet listening.
and every now and again you hear. That's a meaty one.
Told you.
Hang on.
And then the ghost hunter said,
Someone will walk in. There's an evil stench in here. The scent of evil.
You want to throw rotting meat?
It's not, don't worry, it's not a soul escaping from hell. It's Ben's anus. All their fucking machines just start melting. Man.
It's just go to the fucking roof, you mean?
Oh.
Oh god.
Everything starts beeping. It's definitely a spirit in here, I can assure you there isn't.
Peaky meter just explodes. Oh god. Nobody like a match for God's
I
sake.
feel personally attacked here.
You're not as attacked as we feel.
I haven't done anything tonight. Hardly. Stop now.
Fucking hate crime.
The Americans to bottle my ass.
Lock people up for fucking tweets. You should be able to lock them up for that.
It's natural bodily function. You're overreacting.
Nothing natural about that.
Oh.
So, Betsy's engagement to Joshua Gardner is impossible now because the witch has tormented her so relentlessly that she finally breaks it off. The voice is overjoyed. Shortly after, the spirit visits Lucy Benn and says, I'm going away now, but I will return in 7 years. This is where Lucy ends up with the 33-year-old school teacher.
Well, it was Tennessee in 18 something.
Sorry, Betsy, not Lucy. Betsy. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was, yeah.
If any of these people were real.
Also, the other thing, it focuses briefly in 1828. It comes back a bit. Doesn't really do much and fucks off shortly after.
That was a bit of a damp squib.
Yeah. Apparently, it focuses on especially John Bell Jr. It discusses philosophy, the origins of life, Christianity, and even predicts a civil war. But then he just fucks off again.
Oh, speaking Latin, predicting the future.
Yeah.
There's nothing this thing can't do.
It promises, though, to visit the most direct descendant of John Bell in 107 years in 1935. That descendant was Dr. Charles Bailey Bell, a Nashville neurologist and great-grandson. In 1934, he published The Bell Witch, an early account including new details from family notes, i.e. stuff I might have made up. For
Frustrated writer.
Frustrated writer and neurologist. Whether the witch actually returned in 1935 is unknown. Some locals claim strange events, some said nothing happened. Dr. Bell died in 1945. So, the original farmhouse is long gone. Amazing how many so-called direct descendants nowadays seem to know exactly how the house was laid out and where it was. Saw a few documentaries like, oh yeah, well this was the kitchen right here, and you're like, do you know that? But anyway, the Bell Witch Cave, discovered later on the property, has become the epicenter of modern lore. Tourists and paranormal investigators report voices, orbs, cold spots, shadowy figures, and even physical touches.
Of course they do.
The Ghost Adventurers, Sam and Colby, I don't know if you're aware of their work.
No.
No, it's very much, whoa bro, there's a ghost there bro. It's like the Ghost Bros a little bit.
Oh God. Dude, it's a ghost. I know.
Yeah.
Oh no. Mental patients.
Yeah, but they're making a lot of money at it, aren't they?
Con men.
We could do this. We could start a fucking fake ghost hunting
it's
show.
Immoral.
No, yeah, you have to be a cunt, don't you?
Oh, but why not? Everyone else is.
What's that name?
Everyone else is, aren't they?
Who did Derek Chisora? What's the name? He's the famous
Sam.
kid. Sam?
Yeah.
Is that you, Sam?
I'm not saying we do that
Are
shit.
you there, Sam?
No, we're not doing that. We're just doing we're going in somewhere, we'll set up some cameras, we'll get freaked out about a random noise and then say, well, we don't know.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
Bullshit.
it. Might as well, if we're going to do acting, might as well do something decent.
You could create
No.
whatever character you
No.
wanted for it.
Oh, I'll be a 70s darts player.
What if we find the ghost of Dickie Bell?
Oh, you better not.
What if he's your spirit guide? What'd you say, Dickie?
I'm not doing that. Who do you think I am? A US politician? Dickie Bell invented frazzle drip.
Fucking hell, that took a darker turn than it's already had. Oh no, we'd already been there, shit.
Well,
Many believe that Kate Bat's witch still lives, the Bell Witch, Kate Bat, whatever you want to call her, she still lives in that cave.
is this descendant, is he monetising it? Because he released this book, didn't he?
Yep.
He did monetize it, yeah. Local and people who the alleged direct descendants now claim they know all about it. It's been passed down through the family and all that.
Yeah.
So they're monetizing it. They're appearing on documentaries and stuff. I'm assuming they're getting paid.
Fucking Podswallop.
Well, yeah, I am inclined to agree, but still, it's nonetheless fascinating.
It's a good story,
Fascinating.
Yep.
but I think story is the operative word.
Well, it gets a bit of pop culture exposure for these people who are pushing it as well, don't it? Keep it going, you know.
Found an old family manuscript that detailed all of this. A fucking voice. It sounds like a Star Trek episode, a voice floating around, predicting the future and debating you about philosophy and then beating the shit out of you and slapping you about.
And be honest with you, I'd burn the fucking place down.
I think the fucking dad was a creeper who liked to go and interfere with his daughters at night.
Particularly Betsy.
He was violent, alcoholic, he probably barked like a dog in the dark, schizo, did weird voices. If there's any truth at all. Either that or the entire thing is made up.
Do you think it's a possibility that he was abusing it and she somehow created some kind of psychic torpor that manifested itself as this?
To psychologically protect herself by creating this story.
But how do you explain all the other people allegedly hearing the voices?
That's bollocks.
Bollocks.
That's just bollocks.
Complete and utter bullshit.
So she is just...
She's got an abusive dad.
You think that's what this is?
I don't
believe
even
so.
think it happened, if I'm honest.
No, I think it's
I think it's
completely
bullshit.
made up.
Well, yeah, it's made up. most...
If it did, it's probably ergot poisoning.
You know, that is also a distinct possibility, isn't it?
Think of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's high as a fucking kite.
Yeah.
And it's not just... And it's everybody, because they're all eating each other's food, aren't
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say for some reason they're all eating each other's shit.
they? You've got that on the brain, man.
Well, Oh dear.
But yeah, it's. I mean, goes through a weird one because you have people who say they see him, and
Yep. And
and
family members. Yep. So they've seen them.
but at the same time, stuff like this is just it's too much, isn't it? It doesn't happen nowadays, allegedly, and if it is happening, why isn't it really well documented?
I just don't believe a word of it. I never do.
I mean, you've got the technology nowadays to if you claim you're having this in your house, you have the ability to fucking absolutely document every single second of it and put it live to the internet.
Yeah. Never happens, does it?
It never happens.
No. Because ghosts are bollocks.
But then what about like just sort of a full torso apparition just going past, you know, something like that? I mean, people see that all the time, effectively.
Yeah.
Trick of the brain.
Brain tumour.
Get out.
It's not a tumour.
Doesn't have to be. It could be maybe, you know, maybe you're
Tired.
maybe your iron levels have dropped or something.
Your brain
you know.
fills in gaps.
Yeah.
You see something partial in the darkness.
Yeah.
It'll fill it in for you.
Of course, you can't write off mental illness, can you?
That's right.
Schizophrenia.
You've got that disease, isn't it?
And also,
Where they see made up things, don't they?
Well,
Dragons and shit all the time. And
Oh, genuinely, I saw this dude who had that, and he had a dog that was trained to respond to people who were around him. So if he's in his house,
dragon.
right? No, he would just like go up to them. So he was trained to do it. Would go up to them if there was someone's there. So he said, "Oh, I can. There's a person over there."
the dog won't go.
And the dog, and he says, like, you know, Penny is a person over there, and if she doesn't go to him, he knows that they're not really there. It's mental.
Fair play. Well, is there any more to this
That's it, innit?
fascinating tale?
Yeah, pretty much.
Should we go through some of the theories?
So, ventriloquism.
I said that.
Yeah.
You did.
Some 19th century accounts, including a retracted 1856 Saturday Evening Post story, blamed Betsy herself or her former professor, Richard Powell, who was secretly in love with her and ended up marrying her.
Massive nonce.
The witch was very strongly in favour of her marrying him and finishing it with the younger guy.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Told you he's hiding in it.
Was he the smartest man in town and did an elaborate magic trick?
Possibly. He could have plied them with ergot. No, but they didn't know it was causing illusion. I don't know.
Actually, one of my favourite bits of this story, and I'm going to call it a story, obviously, is that the biggest, toughest farmer from around there was like, "What if the witch can hit Betsy, I can hit the witch."
Okay.
So he just started launching himself around the room, breaking furniture, trying to grab it and wrestle it, and eventually he came and then it kicked him up the ass, kicked him in the backside, and he left. And he came back with a bag of flour, thinking, "Well, if I throw the flour about,
Genius.
the witch will, you know, get covered in it. I can hit it."
Well, that would work on the Invisible Man.
Yeah. It didn't work, and Lucy Bell just told him to stop after she just got fed up of cleaning flour up.
Stop it, you're scaring me.
I admire your willingness to help, Big Joe, but...
Why don't you just beat my dad up?
Yeah.
Please. He comes to the room in the night. But I have to tell everyone it's a witch.
Yeah. Family stress. Obviously, adolescent, Betsy was at the centre of the worst attacks. Classic poltergeist cases often involve troubled teens and family tension.
Well, they're not known for their bullshit, are they, troubled teens?
No, I mean, then again, this is, Enfield poltergeist. There's another London Battersea poltergeist, where both involved teenage girls. Lots of poltergeist activity does tend to centre around teenage girls. There's a recurring theme throughout the phenomena, and this is probably one of the earliest recorded, allegedly recorded, not at all made up by somebody maybe.
Wasn't recorded, it was written.
Right, then it was
There's
written.
a difference.
And you know what? Let's compromise by saying it was written down.
Yeah, it's definitely written down.
It was written down by someone claiming to have had this experience, and that's an interesting theme that recurs through all of the poltergeist encounters where You know, like the girl, the Battersea Poltergeist and the Enfield Poltergeist, them girls wouldn't have read this. They wouldn't know what this was.
No.
It's not really that widely known out of America.
I'd never heard of it.
In modern, like, it is more known in modern times. They based their film An American Haunting off it.
Okay. I'll put that on the not to watch list.
There's no contemporary records for this. Might be that Ingram just kind of made it up. No 1817 to 1821 newspapers mention the event, or despite the supposed crowds. The Andrew Jackson story and the dramatic poison vial only appear in Ingram's 1894 book, which is 75 years later. The Richard Bell manuscript has never been found. May have been written by Ingram himself for sales, and the Victorian ghost story mania, which of course we did have.
Yeah. He was trying to sell books.
Yeah.
Prick.
The other dark side of this is that Betsy Bell, the one obviously who suffered the most, a teenager at the time, who may or may not have been abused by her father, actually fucking killed him herself.
Poisoned him.
Poisoned him, yeah. Apparently, and I've heard this account,
What happened to his tongue then?
that was just a disease he got. There's a disease where that happens.
Okay.
Michael Douglas said it was cunnilingus.
He did.
Well, he was married to Catherine Zeta-Jones, to be fair.
I still think he's punched above his weight.
Anyone would be on Earth who married her. God, she was fit.
Oh, God,
Back in
yeah.
the day. All I'm saying is, I would probably do so much cunnilingus. Tongue disease.
You know, bear in mind, like you say, he married his wife when she was 12 and he was considerably older. He might be in his 20s. Betsy gets to 12 and his wife's older and had a few kids and no longer attractive. You know, he's a 12-year-old in the house.
It wouldn't surprise me if he had an eyeball for a ring.
Do you think he was the 1817 version of Jimmy Savile?
I think so. He's abusing young girls in their bed.
Yeah, but I mean, that fashion sense-wise, is that a recurring theme amongst...
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Well, some people believe it's a real supernatural entity, pointing to the consistency of oral tradition before the Ingram case, but apparently no one's saw it, it's only he's seen it. The cave phenomena continue today. The fact that Bell was ever profited from the story, they only suffered. We may never know. Well, I think we do.
I think we do. I know.
But it's the only ghost story with a documented supernatural murder on the books. Tennessee does have a supernatural murder on the books.
On the book?
What do you mean on the books?
I mean, is Spider-Man on the books? I mean,
apparently, I suppose if you look back through the Tennessee legislature, through the period, right, John Bell's thing went down as ghost death.
Bollocks.
I don't know how true that is. I've never seen them. I haven't seen them. It's only what I have.
Yeah, it says there, the death was officially in brackets in folklore attributed to.
Okay, well, I don't know.
It's official.
Yeah,
folklore.
I'm sure if you look back in the record, you wouldn't even find this family.
Probably not. Maybe I don't know.
Official folklore.
Yeah. All you've got really for the fact these people existed is that allegedly there's just direct descendants from them. Yeah. I suppose the guy in 1935 as a neurologist could trace his family back to it, couldn't he?
Well, maybe. I could just say, look, my surname's Bell. Yeah, I'm the great grandson of them.
You didn't have 32andMe back then, did you?
No, that's true.
Well, my official verdict is either nonce or bollocks.
Mike?
Bollocks.
Not even nonce or bollocks.
Well, it's a bit noncy, isn't it? The whole story, to be fair.
Yeah, there was a lot of marrying 12-year-olds going on.
Yeah.
Whichever way you look at it.
A love triangle between an 18-year-old, a 33-year-old and a 12-year-old. I mean, it's a bit...
I think the bloke who wrote it should be looked at.
Yeah, I think he should be. I think you three should have got him.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys.
Fuck you, Dickie Bell.
If of course any of it actually happened at all, and in Ingram the reporter didn't just make it up.
Yeah, fuck you.
I mean, let's face it, the Victorians loved a fucking ghost story. Yeah, they loved it. Charles Dickens wrote his best stuff then.
Why are you writing love triangles with 12-year-olds, Ingram, you freak?
Well, When was Lolita? Oh, that was the 20s, wasn't it?
You'd have thought in 1935 someone might have had a word with him.
Yeah.
Listen. Twat. Anyway, fuck him.
Yeah.
It never existed anyway.
Yeah, it's all bollocks.
Yeah.
But great
Until I
story.
see a ghost, I just won't be able to believe it. But this is an interesting
Even if
tale
I saw
nonetheless.
it, even if you see a ghost, it might be your brain playing tricks.
If I saw a ghost, I would assume I was on drugs, but I'd forgotten that.
Fair enough.
Well,
And on that bombshell, that's on the show. I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Don't drink the favourite. Don't join a cult.
I mean, Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out. And the force be with you.
I've been Gaz, free Biff Tannen. Bye.